Go lay down. Go. Go lay down. Go lay down. All right. NFL fans, week 1 games are out. The entire NFL season is out. Let's go! All right, guys, I can't wait to break down week 1 of the NFL season, guys. We're going to break down week 1. We're going to talk about some strength of schedule. Eagles' schedule. Pretty tough schedule for the Birds, guys. Pretty tough. On Thursday, September 4th. I haven't looked at the Packers yet, Andrew. How's it looking? The Eagles' schedule looks tough, man. Looks really, 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 really tough. I just took a quick glance at it. Man, Eagles' schedule is looking tough. But yeah, I'm excited, guys. A lot of really fun stuff to talk about. Eagles, Chiefs in week 2. Only 2 losses. You think the Packers are going to go 15-2, bro? Woo, baby. That would be crazy, man. 15-2. That would be nuts. That would be nuts. All right, yeah, I'm taking a look at the schedule right now for the Packers, Andrew. I'm going to bring it up. Penny's barking it up. She's right here. Check her out. Lucy, say hi. Say hi to Lucy. Say hi. And Penny's just barking at nobody. She's barking at ghosts. I mean, the schedule's pretty tough, man. You got Detroit and Washington, Cleveland, Dallas, Bengals. Gets a little bit easier with the Bengals, Arizona, Pittsburgh, and Carolina. That's a good stretch for the Packers, bro. That's a good stretch. And they got Carolina, then Eagle. Yeah, I mean, not a super hard schedule for the Packers, man. I think it's, the division games are going to be tough. And then they got Baltimore, they got Denver, they got the Eagles. They got Washington, not a super hard schedule, right? But yeah, I kind of agree. I want to see a little bit more out of Jordan Love this year. We'll have to see what happens, right? But I don't know if they're ready, He's got to prove it this year, Andrew. I think it's a shit or get off the pot type of scenario. So we got a Thursday game, week 1, guys. We got a Friday game, and then we have a bunch of games on Sunday. And then a Monday night game. We got the Vikings and the Bears Monday Night Football in week 1. That'll be a lot of fun. A lot of fun games, guys. Yeah, I mean, I think the Eagles are primed. That window's pretty open right now, guys. I think the Eagles got, 3 to 5 year window, Then we got Chiefs-Chargers Friday night. That's going to be a ton of fun. Yeah, a lot of these teams predicates on health, man. Like, there's really good teams. Like, if the Lions' defense doesn't get ravished all season long, they're probably, knocking on the doorstep of a NFC championship. But, that defense, what do they have, like 21 guys on IR or something by the end of the year? It was, like, absolutely crazy. And then we got Buccaneers at Atlanta. We got the Bengals at Cleveland. Miami and the Colts, that should be a good game. And we got Raiders at New England. That should be a fun game too, guys. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch, man. I'm really, really excited for that game. Raiders at the Patriots, right? See what Drake May's got. See what this new Raiders offense looks like. And then we got Arizona at New Orleans. I think Arizona wins that game for sure, right? So the thing is with the Commanders, I did a little short that, like, I love the Commanders' offense, but that defense is really suspect in Washington, man. If you take a look at that defense There's not one guy besides Bobby Wagner with over a 65 PFF grade. I know PFF grades aren't the end-all, be-all, but I thought they were going to go a little heavier defense early in the draft, you know? Where did they take Josh Connerly Jr. in round 1, right? All right, hold on. Let me go grab the puppy. Lucy, come here. Lucy, come here. You want to get down? Come on. All right, let me go grab the puppy. She's trying to get down. She's a little too little to jump off the couch yet. Say hi to everyone. Say hi to everyone. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Where are you running to? Say hi. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Say hi to everyone. Say hi. Say hi. We got a new little rascal. She's like 13 weeks. She's a terrorist. But she's super cute, though. But yeah, I mean, I'm really excited for week 1. I mean, I think there's a lot of good games to look forward to, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, man. We're going to be putting out picks all year long again. Guys, I went on a burner last year. The last 9 weeks, 110 wins, only 39 losses. We went on a burner, man. We crushed it. We did great last year. Pittsburgh at the Jets. Giants at Washington. That's a must-win for Giants. What's up, Little G? Welcome to the chat. Carolina at Jacksonville. That should be a fun matchup as well, right? And then the Titans. They did the Titans dirty, dude, giving them Denver in Denver. Cam Ward's got a tough game in week 1. Tough game. Tough game for Tennessee. Got to go on the road, play in that thin air in Denver. That's a tough ask. Tough ask, guys. What are the Thanksgiving games this year? You said, are Packers on there again? Nice, man. That'll be fun. I love watching games on Thanksgiving with the family. And then we got 49ers at Seattle. That should be a fun division game. Seattle should probably win that game. You know, San Francisco, a lot of holes in San Francisco, guys. Oh, Little G, that's my dad's birthday, May 23rd. That's Tommy's birthday. If you guys are new to the channel, my dad comes on and makes some picks with us. He had a good run. My dad's really good at betting games against the spread. He's got the spread down. And then we got the Lions at Green Bay. That's going to be a great game. No chance. Chiefs again. No chance. Bird gang. Let's go. Let's go. We got it week 2. Chiefs again. We got it week 2. What's up, Gino and Joseph? Go Birds! Let's go! Yeah, guys, I'm very excited about breaking down these games for you. And I'm going to be doing a picks video real soon. I'll probably put out my picks video, my initial picks video on Friday, guys. You got to subscribe to the channel because no one's better at making picks on YouTube than the J All Day NFL show. And then we got the Texans at the Rams. That's going to be a really great game, too. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And then in prime time, Sunday night, we got the Buffalo Bills and the Ravens. It doesn't get any better than that, guys. Yeah, I mean, we'll go back to that game. I'm just going through the games right now, and then I'm going to go through each one of them, right? So, and then we wrap it up, Minnesota at Chicago Monday night. Everyone say hi to Penny Lane. Penny Lane, say hi. Say hi. All right. Here we go, guys. Now, let's break down some of these games. I don't know, man. The Lions, okay, there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve for the Lions, right? They got 2 new coordinators, new OC, new defensive coordinator. Ben Johnson's with the Bears. Aaron Glenn goes to the Jets, right? So there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. So the Packers actually seeing them earlier in the year is not a bad thing, in my opinion, right? Now the little one wants to get back up. Well, you want to get back up now, you crazy dog? And I got two puppies as well. We got the big one and the little puppy. She's 13 weeks. All right, I'm coming. All right, one sec, guys. I got to pick her up. Come here, Lucy. Come here. All right, come here. Ooh. Lay down. Lay down, Lucy. Lucy, come lay down. Oh. Sorry about that, guys. She went all crazy and started running around. Say hi to everyone. Say hi. Say hi. All right, guys, let's get back into these games. Sorry, I had to go chase the puppy around. All right, yeah, we're going to kick it off. Dallas at Philadelphia. I'm going the Eagles in this game. Dallas had a really tough time with the Eagles last year, guys. Really tough time. I think in the two games, the Eagles scored 75 points to like 20 for the Cowboys. So, man, Eagles at home, coming off that Super Bowl win. The link's going to be crazy. I'm taking the Eagles to win that game. Then we got Chiefs on the road taking on the Chargers here in LA. Another game that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to go Chargers in this game. I don't think the Chiefs' offense is going to be super effective again. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, and I think the Chargers are going to pull it off. I really do. And I think it's a three-headed race for the AFC West this year, man. I think the Broncos might take it. I think the Broncos might take it, guys. I really, really do. You know? So, yeah, initially, I'm going to break down the rosters a little more this weekend, but I'm going to go with the Chargers. Like, just instantly thinking about, like, what they did in the draft, the moves they did in free agency. Like, I think the Chiefs' offensive line is going to they're going to have some growing pains, guys. I really, really do. So if you're new to the channel, my name's Jay, host of the Jay All Day NFL Show. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. You get tons of NFL content here on this channel. And then we're going to move to the Sunday slate, guys. Yeah, I mean, I think the Chargers and the Broncos are getting a lot better. And I think the Chiefs are kind of just meddling a little bit, guys. So I think the Chargers take that game. And then we got Buccaneers at Atlanta. This is going to be a closer game than I think a lot of people think. You know, Michael Penix Jr. with a full offseason being the guy there in Atlanta. But, man, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense is going to look really, really good. With Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, and they drafted Emeka Egbuka. Like, wow. That Buccaneers offense is going to be a lot of fun to watch this year, guys. And they have Bucky Irving. You know, like that. This Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense, guys, is really, really, really good. And if they can figure the secondary out, man, the Buccaneers are going to be a very, very tough team to deal with this year, man. The Rams should have beat the Eagles. Yo, Barkley ran all over them, man. He ran all over them. Come on. Yeah, the Buccaneers, man, this offense, Baker Mayfield, Bucky Irving, Mike Evans, Godwin, Emeka Egbuka, Tristan Wirfs at the tackle spot, Cade Otton, the tight end. That offense is looking pretty damn good. I like it. I'm going the Buccaneers on the road, getting a big road victory in week 1, guys, over the Atlanta Falcons. I don't think that pass rush is going to do enough. Atlanta Falcons, they drafted heavy, super heavy on the D-line and that front seven. But is it going to be enough to get a W in week 1 against the Buccaneers? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, Swish, I think the Texans' offensive line's got to be a lot better than they were last year, right, guys? So trading away their best offensive linemen, you know, there's probably going to be some growing pains there. Well, yeah, so the Chiefs had a choice, right? They could either stack. I watched the tape. They had 8 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. So that means Jalen Hurts torched them. They chose to shut down Saquon Barkley, and then Jalen Hurts just owned the Chiefs. That's what happens when you have 8 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, right? It's all man-to-man on the outside. And I'm sorry, no NFL team is covering Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley, Devontae Smith, and A.J. Brown man-to-man. There's just no way that any team can do that. And Jalen Hurts made them pay. Then we got Bengals at Cleveland, right? Who is going to be the starting quarterback, guys? Let me know in the comments down below. Who is going to be the starting quarterback week 1 for the Cleveland Browns? Let me know in the comments, guys. I think it's going to be Shedeur Sanders. I think he's going to win the job. I really do. He looked, in like mini camps, he looked a lot better than Dylan Gabriel. Stronger arm, accurate. I think Shedeur Sanders, you think it's going to be Flacco? Oh, he's so old. He's so old. Yeah, Elvis, 100%, bud. Yeah. The Eagles' front seven is so good. And that Cowboys' offensive line is so young. Yeah, they're gonna have struggle scoring points week one. I think I'm gonna go with the Bengals over the Browns. The Browns have like the worst wide receiver room in the NFL. So I think the Bengals, luckily, it's a good matchup for the Bengals because their defense sucks and Cleveland's offense isn't very good, right? So, yeah, Corey, I can see that too. Yeah, I wonder what Cleveland's mindset's going to be. Are they going to want to start a young guy, let him get the reps, and then if one of them gets hurt, you bring in the veteran? Because, like, starting Joe Flacco just does nothing to move your franchise forward, right? So, I don't know. But it'll be interesting to see their perspective, in week one. What are they going to do, Ooh, baby. Are you going to go to Vegas to see him, Harrison? That could be a lot of fun, man. Yeah, Jacob. Eagles, Chiefs, week 2, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit that like button, guys. We're going to be here all off season getting ready for week 1. It'll be here before you know it. Preseason games are knocking on the door. And another game, this is one of the more competitive games of week 1. Miami Dolphins on the road in the Dome in Indianapolis, right? So no elements involved in that game. Luckily, you don't got to go play football in August and September in Miami with that humidity. You get to play it in a comfortable spot in Indianapolis. There's a quarterback controversy in Indianapolis too, guys. It could be Daniel Jones or it could be Anthony Richardson, who hasn't really shown me a lot in his time. Yeah, Elvis, I tend to agree with you. I don't think that the Chiefs make it back to the Super Bowl again. That would be an incredible run if they did. That Colts-Miami game is going to be really, really fun to watch. And Miami's secondary is not very good. I don't think they did enough in the draft to fill those needs. With Holland out of town and Ramsey on the trade block. And the Colts got Tyler Warren. That's going to be a huge element in their offense, right? When you bring in a guy like Tyler Warren, he could really be an intermediate receiver for Anthony Richardson, who does tend to have some accuracy issues, right, guys? So bringing in a guy like Tyler Warren definitely makes that offense a lot better. Man, that's a pick-em game in my opinion. I'll probably go with the home team. We'll have to see how the injuries kind of play out. But, yeah, I think I'm going to go Colts week 1 against Miami in a really close game. What's up, Elvis? Yeah, I mean, the Packers have a pretty nice schedule, man, How about you go with a job, buddy? What does that mean, Thor? What the F are you talking about, bro? Yeah, Gino, that's going to be a real fun game. Week 2, Philadelphia Eagles, Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl rematch. Here's another fun game from week 1, guys. Raiders on the road, going to New England to take on Drake May and the Patriots. Geno Smith, first game with the Raiders, with Brock Bowers and company, guys. Really, really interesting there as well. And New England had a really good draft, man. New England had a great draft, in my opinion. So that game's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be one of the games that I'm looking forward to in week 1. Both young teams. The Raiders have a whole new coaching staff with Pete Carroll. So that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. What do you guys think? You going with the Raiders? You going with the Patriots? A lot of fun here in week one. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. The Raiders are going to bring out Ashton Genty. It's going to be a really good game. I think it's the Raiders that win this game. I think they're a deeper roster. I think they have better skill position players, you know. This offense is pretty damn good, right? You got Jacoby Myers. They drafted Jack Beck and Betch in the second round. They got Brock Bowers as well, you know. Sorry, guys. I'm going to go through some of these comments. Chiefs or Chargers? I like the Chargers at home, Jacob. Yeah, Bills Eagles, man. That was my pick. Bills Eagles. Oh, thanks, Thor. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, well, the Saints, unfortunately, Derek Carr retired, right? So they don't have a quarterback in New Orleans. So Kellen Moore has got his hands full down in New Orleans, guys. You know? So, yeah, I'm really excited to watch. That's one of the games that I'm really looking forward to in week one is that Raiders-Patriots game. Raiders got to go on the road. New offensive coordinator Chip Kelly. New head coach Pete Carroll. You know, Mike Vrabel, the new guy in New England. Like, that's going to be a great game to watch. NFL fans, you got to love that game for sure. Yeah, I do think, Zach, I do agree with you. I do think that they have the, I don't even know how I did this. How do I turn this green screen off? Oh, there we go. But, oops, sorry about that, guys. Tyson or Muhammad Ali? Man, you got to go Muhammad Ali, man. I do think the Lions have the better roster, for sure. They have probably the Eagles, I think, have the best roster in the NFC, but the Lions are a close second, man. Yeah, Gino and Joseph, man, it's a long wait, but I'm excited. I'm excited for the season. All right, next game we're going to talk about is Arizona Cardinals versus New Orleans. I love Arizona in this spot. They really upgraded the defense in the offseason, bringing in Josh Sweat. They drafted a lot of defensive players as well. You know, I love Arizona. I think Arizona is going to surprise a lot of people this year, man. Keep your eyes on the Arizona Cardinals. That's a nice stat, Jacob. My stat man, Jacob, is always coming up with the best stats, guys. Yeah, I think this is a different year. As Chiefs and Chargers, that game is in Brazil, Jacob. The Commanders' defense is like... I like the Commanders, but that defense is still pretty suspect in my opinion. I think they didn't do enough. What's up, Matthew Miller? Welcome to the chat, bud. Yeah, man, Arizona's going to be nicey, dude. They're going to. I think they blow out New Orleans in week one. I think, you know, Trey McBride and Marvin Harrison Jr., James Conner, you know, they got a nice young stable of players, man. And hopefully Kyler Murray can stay healthy. They did some serious upgrades defensively, right? So I like what Arizona did. Do I ever struggle with anxiety? From time to time. You know, I think everyone does for a little bit, you know. But I try to keep myself busy, you know. The busier I am, the less I get in my own head, you know. Yeah, Jacob, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So I'm going Arizona over New Orleans. Then we got the Steelers versus the Jets. Justin Fields redemption game, guys. Can Justin Fields prove to Pittsburgh that they should have kept him on the roster? Yeah, anxiety's tough, man. Go, Pack, go all day. No way. No way. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is still in limbo, Jacob. I haven't really heard any rumblings of whether he's going to sign or he's not going to sign. What is he going to do? We're not getting past the 49ers are going to be in trouble this year, man. They gutted that whole roster to probably pay Brock Purdy, right? So 49ers are going to struggle. Pittsburgh Jets, guys, who do you think wins that game? Who do you think wins that game? Pittsburgh's defense is really, really good. Man, it's going to be a close game, low-scoring game. The total's probably going to be like 38, something like that, 35 probably even. Jets are at home, but they don't have a huge home field advantage, so. Man, I'm probably going to go Pittsburgh in that spot just because they have a really good defense. They're going to want to run the football against the Jets. But that's a really close game. Yeah, as the rosters sit now, could be the Jets, but Pittsburgh, and they know Justin Fields well, and they know his tendencies, right? So that's why I'm going to go with Pittsburgh, guys. I think it could be Pittsburgh because they know Justin Fields really well, and they have an elite defense, man. With TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith, they're going to be coming for blood. And Tomlin's not going to want to get showed up by Justin Fields. So I'm going to go Pittsburgh there, man. I'm going to go Pittsburgh. Then we got the New York Giants at Washington. That's going to be a really fun freaking game, guys. New York Giants, Washington Commanders, week 1 in Washington. Guys, if you're new to the channel, my name's Jay, host of the Jay All Day NFL Show. Do me a huge favor, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm a former Bleacher Report writer turned YouTuber. We just crossed 15,000 subscribers, and that's thanks to you guys, right? So, I think the Giants had a really good freaking draft, man. A sneaky good draft. I think the Giants really they got Cam Scatterbo in the 4th round, dude. Cam Scatterbo is going to be a problem. He is going to be a problem. I think this game is another game, guys, that it's going to be a lot closer than people think. This Giants defense is pretty damn good, man. Gina, you're 100% right. The Giants had an excellent draft, man. A really freaking good draft. And if you take a look at the depth chart, this defense is looking pretty sexy, man. I'm not going to lie. The offense, Russell Wilson, Cam Scatterbo, Devin Singletary, Tyron Tracy, Malik Neighbors. I wish they got another number 2 wide receiver, Andrew Thomas. The line's not bad either, But the defense is where they're going to win games. They got Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, Abdul Carter, Tyler Nubin, really good player, Javon Holland. This Giants roster, pretty sneaky good. Pretty sneaky good. We'll see if they can put it together on the field, but you look at this defense, with Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Carter. Is there a better, front 7? I don't know, man. Bobby Okereke, Micah McFadden at the linebacker spots. They look good. Giants look good, guys. What's up, Philly native? Welcome to the chat, buddy. They got some tough games in there, man. I looked at the schedule. It's not easy. It's not a walk through the park schedule, in my opinion. But yeah, I think the Giants had a really good draft. Really, really good draft. Yeah, 14-3, man. I don't know. I was thinking more like 12-5. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm gonna say 12-5 right now. 14-3 seems a little optimistic. A lot of moving parts on that defense, man. Yeah, Chiefs again. I kind of agree. Who's going to play the other outside corner spot? They definitely got some holes. But I'm going to go with the Commanders in week 1. But if the Giants won that game, I would not be surprised at all whatsoever. And then we got Carolina at Jacksonville. That's going to be a really fun game. Really, really fun game. Trevor Lawrence hopefully comes back healthy. Bryce Young probably really good the second half of the year. You know, two teams that need to get a win early, you know? No way. Cooper DeJean had such a great year in the slot. They're not going to move him out of the slot, man. I don't think they're going to do that. They could, but I think he's better closer to the line of scrimmage so he can affect the run game, you know? I mean, Makuba misses a lot of tackles, Philly native. Do you watch the tape? He's got over a 14% missed tackle rate. So he misses some tackles, man. Yeah, Coop's a dog, but I like him closer. I like him in the slot because he can affect the run game more. Yeah, the Bears and the Giants have a really tough schedule too. So I'm going to go with an upset here. I'm going to go Carolina, getting a W on the road versus the Jaguars. I don't know. I just don't believe in the Jaguars. I just don't. And then we got Titans at Denver. If you're into survivor pools, I love Denver at home versus the Titans. That's a game I'm circling for my survivor pools for sure. You know, if you take a look, there's not a lot of gimme games in week one. You know, I do like Tampa Bay over Atlanta. But you're scanning through week one. If you're a survivor pool player, it's tough. I do like the Rams. I think the Rams win at home over the Texans. But not a lot of, you know, gimme games in week one. Denver, that's the pick right there for me. Seattle, but, you know, Seattle's got a lot of moving parts too. DK Metcalf's gone. Tyler Lockett's gone. You know, division games are always survivor pool-wise games I want to stay away from. I think Seattle probably wins that game, but, man, I think that'll be a close game too. You know, and then Detroit at Green Bay, that's a 50-50 game in my opinion. We'll have to see how things shake out as we get closer to the year with injuries and stuff, but, you know, Lions are getting a bunch of new coaches. They got to go on the road outside to play Green Bay. Jared Goff doesn't play the best outside. So I'm probably going to lean towards the Packers in week one. I think that's kind of where I'm at week one, guys. Yeah, the Patriots, that Patriots-Raiders game is going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, Lions need another edge rusher, you know. Yeah, Andrew, I just think there's a lot of things that are leaning me towards the Packers, right? I want to see how this offense operates a little bit before I'm betting on Detroit. You know, if I'm making bets for week one, you know, man, a lot of tough games. And I like Arizona on the road to beat New Orleans. I think that's a good, if you're looking at, you know, survivor pool. You know, Bengals probably beat Cleveland, but division games, I like to stay away from division games. Yeah, Philly native, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Makuba doesn't start right away. You know, if they let Sidney Jones start and let him lose the job. I'm assuming that's probably where the Eagles go instead of, unless Makuba blows everyone away and can't. Maybe. But he might not start right away. Yeah, I think Ty Robinson will compete for snaps as well in the D-line for sure. What's up, Knox? Yeah, they drafted Andrew Makuba in the draft, but we'll have to see how he looks in camp. You'll have to see how Matthew Golden separates at the NFL level. He was excellent at separating in college, right? So I thought he did a really, really good job with his separation in college. But you never know. The NFL is a totally different game, right, guys? So Browns 9-8. That would be a huge improvement, right? Man, Oval. So we'll see. But I appreciate you guys tuning in to the show. Thank you guys so much coming in and hanging out and chatting it up, giving us some thoughts on the Week 1 schedule. And then we got Houston at the LA Raiders. I bet on Houston a lot last year. And that offensive line let me down consistently week after week. That offensive line's a huge problem for the Texans. It's a huge problem. And they can't utilize guys like Joe Mixon when that offensive line is so bad. The Packers got a good defense, man, so... I mean, not the Packers. The Browns have a good defense, Andrew, so don't sleep on them, dude. I think they're going to keep themselves in games this year with a really good defense. You know, I think they have a great defense. They'll be, they should be better than they were last year. It'll be interesting to see how the quarterback spot plays out, right? And then we got Baltimore at Buffalo. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Packers at home. I'm going to take the Rams at home. Buffalo at Baltimore. That's going to be a crazy tough game, man. Yeah, Week 1's always crazy, man. Week 1's always a little wild and crazy and nuts. You know, last year, the first 5 weeks, there was a ton of upsets, right? So you got to be really careful with picking your spots. Really careful with picking your spots. And then Monday night, we got the Vikings at the Chicago Bears. That's going to be a fun one, right? I do like Edgerrin Cooper. He is I loved him in college. He was a great talent. He's only going to get better year after year, right, guys? So I think that, we got a fun Week 1. On Friday, I'm going to break down my first 2025 NFL Week 1 prediction. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you can get all this year's updates. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this live chat, and we'll catch you on the next live video. Thanks for tuning in again. Peace.